hello, and I want to welcome you back to Live Stream Unleash the Business Ministry and Market for such a time as this. I want to thank you so much for joining us. Also, listen, go ahead and share this broadcast so that those in your circle of influence can get in on this conversation that is much for the right here. Put a one in the chat if you are currently using email marketing. Go ahead and put a one in the chat for me. Let me see who is currently using email marketing. If you have an email marketing system, so for those who may not be familiar with it, if you have a system where you're emailing, right, your clients or potential clients or audience, it can be either or. You guys, let me grab my clicker here. Okay, so. Oh, okay, so let's just let us go ahead and get started. I'll make sure I have that ready for the next session. Here, let me change my position real quickly. I think I want to do this. Okay, let us get started. This is here. So, the title of our session for today is Profitable Stream with Email, right? We're going to use email with email marketing, okay? And so, we're going to incorporate the most valuable asset for any business or ministry, which is email marketing. And as we dive into this conversation, you're going to see why it is an important tool for you to use if you're in ministry as well as in the marketplace. Okay. So I want you to know that you have everything in you to generate wealth. You are a wealth generator. I believe with everything in me, not because I said so, but because the Lord said He's giving you the ability to generate wealth. Okay, so you're a wealth generator. So, quick question: have you ever wondered what it would be like to live in the manifestation of your dreams, live in a space where you determine the terms and conditions, have a brand that attract and serve others around the world? Finally, connect with those who are waiting for your next product, service, or offer that's beyond your physical reach. And so we're going to show you today how you can make that happen. Okay? How you're going to make that happen, or how you can leverage email marketing to make that happen for your life. So my promise to you today is by the end of this master, you will know how to build how to build profitable streams with email marketing. Okay. Now I am Dr. Derashay, the Kingdom Strategist, and I've been seen on CBS, NBC, Fox News, Star Tribune, and just a wealth and a host of um, media outlets, right, throughout the world. I am the founder of Kingdom Strategy Solutions, Kingdom Influencers Network, Dorm Publishing, D Technology, Dorm Inc., Employment Agency, Women of Influence Magazine, Kingdom Strategy University, and the founder of Divine Order Restoration Ministries International. And I am her international. I am an Amazon international bestseller, right? Amazon international, 5 times bestseller, international Christian publisher and author, also ministry and business coach around the world, and a serialpreneur, and a host of other things. I've won several awards and been nominated in for several industry awards as well. So what you don't know about me, right? Because I want everyone to know if I can do it, you can do it. I was a teenage mother, high school dropout, molested at a young age, failed the GED test writing test 3 times, got my GED at the age of 22, born into poverty, chaos, household division, and mentally and emotionally unstable family, rejected by my father, abandoned by my mother, divorced after a 25-year relationship with 15 adults. We were married by the age of 40, but guess what? It did not listen. It was not the end of my story. And so, where people and society wanted to put a period, God still had commas right on my very life with the prophetic utterance of His word. So, listen, I want you to always think about this, and we're going to usually always deal with this particular quote whenever I'm doing a training, because I want you to begin with the end in mind. First of all, with my technology background in programming, right, with programming design, we are or system analysts, business analysts, or whatever that we're doing from that perspective. We always look at what the end game is going to be, what the product that we're looking to build, right? What we want it to do before we ever begin and sit down and begin to write any code. Okay. So that same principle and application need to be something that we implement with our personal lives, in ministry, as well as in business. Where is it that you want to go? Once you understand your location or your destination, then you're able to move or strategically plan from your current location and map yourself to the destination of your desire. So even as we're getting ready to talk about email marketing, I want you to begin to ponder. I want you to begin to consider some things. Where do you desire to take the subscribers on your email list, what do you desire to take them? We already know and we understand that number one, we want to first of all get them on the list, but once they get on a list, where are you going to take them? So yes, we want to turn those likes, the hearts, the subscribers. We want to turn them and convert them, just depending on which side you're on, ministry or in the marketplace, convert them for your particular um, industry, right? So let's, and there's a conversion that goes on both sides. So again, we're dealing with profitable streams with email marketing. If you want to build a profitable business and a thriving ministry, right? We need to learn, right? How to build a targeted email list from scratch, right? It isn't enough to have a great product or service or have a good word, right? In your belly. That's not enough. In fact, you can be the best in the world at what it is that you do. But if nobody knows about you, then they're not going to listen, buy your services, right? Or your products. Neither, from a ministry standpoint, will they invite you, right, to come and speak. And so many of us, or not just many of us, all of us, when we are starting out in business or in ministry, listen, we don't have a ready made network, right? Of customers or audience, right? Who will buy into, who's just eagerly ready to buy into whatever our message may be. Whatever our message may be, right? That's why we got to go into all nations preaching this gospel. And so, as we're going to all nation preaching and teaching what Christ have taught unto us and what He has given unto us, right? Then it brings forth that attraction. And so, when somebody becomes aware of your brand, then what do you do next? We're going to have that conversation. Okay. A lot of people become frustrated when they're starting ministry, right? And especially for somebody starting from scratch and from ground zero, that means that you're not built into an organization or a ministry, right, that has multiple branches where you have a whole um, foundational set put together for you already, right? So that get frustrated. New business owners, entrepreneurs, authors get very frustrated because, listen, you're trying to sell your products and services, right? Or you're reaching out to the lost, or you're reaching out, you're giving your message and things of that nature, but it's like nothing is sticking. Um, Nobody is, hearing your message, or it seems like, you're drawing here, you're drawing there, or you having a difficult time keeping right in touch, connecting with those who like, love, subscribe, and all those things. More specifically, right, we're dealing with, because we're talking about live streaming, the online space. And then you're looking like, where can I find them? Listen, email marketing is going to be your absolutely best friend. We have various streaming platforms and mediums that we're able to use to do webinars, masterclass, summits, conferences, social media streaming, as well as retreats, podcasts, right? TV shows, radio broadcasts, interviews, and so much more. Now, what I'm loving about this conversation that we're having right here is because for those who've taken my multiple stream of income, I get to deal with the go live aspect, right, in this particular training here in a deeper dive. So I'm excited about that to have this conversation with you on today. So let's talk about it. So there are many online business marketing opportunities or ministry marketing opportunities, and I just listed those out for you. How many of you that are listening to the sound of my voice who have used any one of these businesses or marketing opportunities? If you have used them before, what I want you to do, go ahead and use the chat and put the correlated number within our chat. So for instance, within the last, and these for the people who have done it in the last 5 months, right? If you have did these online business and marketing opportunities, business or ministry marketing opportunities within the last 5 months, I want you to put the number to the correlated marketing opportunity that you have done. For instance, if you have done a summit, put a 3 in the chat, okay? If it was a TV show, put a 7 in the chat. And it may be a combination of those things. Just drop them in the chat for me. I just want to see who's in the room, who is leveraging the marketing opportunities that's available for businesses and marketing as well. Where just want to make sure. Okay, so I just want to make sure seeing where we are. Okay, so so we got 4 over here. We're looking at our online platform, looking at our um, our social platforms and our online training platform. Okay, so we get okay, and we get 4 for conferences. Okay, okay, people have been on podcast 6. Okay, that's good. That's good. I'm seeing 6. I'm seeing 9. Okay. I said 1. Okay, that's good. So, oh, great. So that is absolutely amazing for those who have taken advantage, right, of those online marketing opportunities. I absolutely love that. For those who have not, listen, we want to begin to change that narrative, right? Because if you're not taking advantage of these opportunities, then how are you spreading the gospel? How are you meeting the mandate of the Great Commission? How are you going to all nations teaching what Jesus Christ has taught unto you? So we'll change that narrative. Now, this is the next question that I have, right? Our next question that we have here is this. So, some of you have taken advantage of the online business and ministry marketing opportunity. So, with those who have taken advantage of those, then my next question becomes, when you showed up in those arenas and those spaces and things of that nature, what happened to the people that was interested in you? Were you able to get them on your email list? What happened to those who heard your message and it was great? They resonated with you and they were looking for another way to connect with you, even if it was just on a social media live. What happened to those people? And so, for those who, like, you're like, I don't even know, and that's okay, right? But looking at the picture that we have on the screen, this is almost what we do, right? That we give this great message that our to the audience, resonate with, and they want more, and they want to connect with us, and maybe even want to work with us. However, because we didn't provide a solution to keep a line of communication going, we turned our backs. Again, we turned our backs from them, leaving them in a state of wanting more, but not having a way to get it. Needing more, but not having a way to get it. And so it's almost like, how Mephibosheth was, when his nurse grabbed him, or his sister, which whoever one it was, grabbed him to try to get away and dropped him and crippled him. That's almost what we do with our audiences, who we don't give an opportunity to connect with us and further that communication with them, so that at some point that they are that they listen, buy a service or a product, or hey, for a ministry they may become a member or what have you, or call you in or call you over, to come and have an open door for you to come and minister. So many things can happen, right? So what does that look like? And so, and it's okay if it happened, that's fine, no problem. The thing now is, I want to know those in the room who's ready to commit that this will never happen again. If you're ready to commit that, listen, when I show up, I'm showing up with everything, and I'm going to provide them with a way and a solution, so that I can provide them with more, so that the conversation do not end when my presentation is over, when my interview is over, when the mic and the camera turns off. My conversation is not ending there. For those who are committing to that, go ahead and put a one in the chat for me. Go ahead and put a one in the chat, because we have to become a people who are committed. Okay? We have to become committed. So let's talk about it. So, because you're committing for it never to happen again, I'm going to have this conversation with you. Yes, we are building profitable live streams or streams through email marketing. So, let me provide you with the essential list building blueprint, because it's going to be vitally important for you to start email marketing. So, let's take a moment to see what that's going to look like. Because if you're not building an email list, you're missing out on one of the most effective marketing strategies around. The most important marketing asset for you in ministry and in the marketplace is to have a targeted email list. Okay. So before you spend excessive money, right, on trendy marketing tactics, focus on growing your email list, right? Growing your email list with your ideal subscriber, because that ideal subscriber is going to bring forth some form of conversion. So, whether you're looking to launch your business, or you're looking to grow the current one that you have, whether you're looking to launch a ministry or grow the one that you currently have, a high quality, relevant email list will help you achieve your goal. Email marketing lets you communicate directly with your audience and give you the opportunity to convert, right, those subscribers into members, into friends, into clients, just depending on what your end game, what the journey looks like for you. Okay. So, what I'm covering today is a clear picture of your ideal subscriber. You getting that clear picture. We're covering email marketing platforms to capture contact information and to send emails. We're going to talk about an enticing lead magnet to motivate people and share their emails. Also, we're going to talk about high converting opt-in pages where people can sign up to receive your lead magnet. We're going to deal with, listen, study traffic to your opt in page. What does that look like? Consistent, valuable, and relatable emails. Mhm. To nurture the relationship with those that is on your list. Further building that like, love, trust factor. Okay? So here we go. Your ideal subscriber. In order to be effective with email marketing, you need to identify the people you can best help, right? With your product, your services, or your ministry. You'll do this by creating an audience avatar. And I'm using the word audience because, again, I'm talking to ministry as well as those in the marketplace. And so instead of using clients, we're just going to use the word audience, right? So your audience avatar. By identifying your target audience, you can market in a way that allows you to attract customers or clients or an audience rather than having them to search for you or dig to try to figure out what it is that you do, how you're serving people, and things of that nature. So you got to identify the people you can help. So write down on your piece of paper, who do I serve? You got to relate to the problem that they have and provide a solution. Okay, you don't want to miss this step because if you miss this step, you just can, messed up your entire email marketing plan. Okay, I want you to also write down what problem do I help set people with, right? What solutions do I bring to the table as well? Those are the things we want to have a look at and check out. Okay, so I'm going to back up real quickly. So, because I want you to understand, when you understand what your purpose is, your God designed purpose, it's going to help you identify what solution. So, because your purpose is going to solve a problem. So, that's going to let you know the problem that you solve. Then, okay, what said people have this problem? And that's going to be your audience. Okay. So, an email marketing platform, we're going to go to email marketing platform number 2. An email marketing platform is a system you'll use to build and grow your email list. One of the biggest benefits of using an email marketing platform is that you can take advantage of auto responding to streamline your email marketing process. Okay. Essentially, an autoresponder allows you to automate parts of your email marketing campaign by handling the actual email for you. This means that you only have to create the email or email series once and set it and forget it, right? Put it on autopilot. I love automation. That's one of the things that I love about tech because it allows you to optimize your whole life, but optimize your time, which is one of the things that, listen, we are so trying to figure out how can we get more time. I don't care if you're in ministry or in the marketplace. So we can spend a little bit more time with the Lord, right? Amen. Glory to God. Thank you, Jesus. This allowed the groundwork for you to build a relationship with your subscribers and make sales later without having to do all of the heavy lifting. So, Let's talk about it. Your email marketing platform help you build the capacity to do a few things outside of just auto responding. I absolutely love it. So it allows you to capture the email addresses and create a customer list, right? It allows you to do that. It stores your customer. It, let me back up. It captures your email addresses and create an audience list. Okay. It also stores your audience data. It also allows you to segment your audience to multiple lists based on certain specifications you made, right? So, for instance, I'm going to give you an instance for people that signed up and registered for this particular summit, right? They have been segmented for my live streaming list. So, any email that correlates to live streaming, how to build the live streaming platform, whatever it is, live streaming A to Z or what have you, it is going to go to everyone that signed up that's on that live streaming list. Okay. And so that way you can have multiple conversations within your email list, right? Without overwhelming individuals who don't want to have specific conversations. So, right? So it's like you're able to do, like those sidebar conversations that, you're having over the side and nobody else is, bothered by it because, or included within the conversation, like our email, give us the opportunity to do that, doing an email list. And we're going to talk about how it ties into live streaming. I just have to take you through, right? These pieces so it'll make sense. I want to make it make sense for you, okay? As well. So, and I did kind of give an example because this is a live streaming online. It's a virtual event, right? And so, hey, it allows you. So we did segment our audience. Then it also allows you to use templates as well, right? To create emails, opt-in forms, and landing pages, right? And things of that nature. It also allows you to schedule your broadcast. In my email scheduler, it says broadcast, but it allows you to broadcast or schedule your email, right? So you're able to create a series of emails or a single email and schedule it out at a specific time. Have it to go out. Let's say that maybe you do weekly emails, right? You're going to send out weekly email to your list at a specific time. You can go ahead, type the emails up for the month, and go ahead in one day and have them scheduled out on their prospective days in its prospective order based upon the schedule that you have committed to, right? It could be once a month. Go ahead, write those 12 emails and schedule it for once a month and you're done with it. Set it and forget it. It is going to do what it does all by itself. That's the beauty of automation. Oh God. And so you can schedule it when to go out and who it needs to go to. One list, multiple lists, all the things. Also, you want to gauge the success of your marketing efforts through looking and reviewing your reports and your analytics, right? Your reports and analytics. Hey, who's opening up? What's the opening rates? Things of that nature. Some email lists, some email marketing systems will let you know, like they keep account of the transactions and what those number values look like and things of that nature from that particular client or that particular customer. This is more on. I'm speaking more to my marketplace foods, okay, as well. But then on the ministry side, you'll be able to look and see what's going on as you're giving out inspirational messages. Just depending on what it is that you're sending out, like what type of messages or what type of things that they open up the most, right? Is it your inspiration messages, or it's just the emails that you're sending them about the recap of your sermon, and sending them over, right? And then clicking to go over to the full message, which is somewhere online, whether it's YouTube, your social platform, wherever you're sending them at, to grab a hold of that, right? Or it could be your podcast. Who knows? I don't know what your direct setup is, but we're going to talk about some of those things a little bit later. So also, you got to access it. You also get access to technical support, those that can help you with that technical side that you may need when it comes to setting up that email marketing campaign. Okay. Number three, let's talk about it. In order to get people to share their contact information with you and join your email list, you need to entice them with a lead magnet. Okay. If they're going to give you their most valuable information for you, which is the email, okay, you need to have a lead magnet. A lead magnet is a free content that you created that gives your audience a bit of experience of who you are, what it is that you do, right? In exchange for their email address, okay? In exchange for their email address. Now, it doesn't have to, and we're going to talk about what are some potential lead magnets that you can use in a little bit. So, while supplying them with access, right, to your brilliance, to your message, to what it is that, or who it is that you are, and what it is that the Lord has called for you to do, and that just they get to be introduced to your anointing, okay? While simply asking people to give up their contact information may have worked in the past. In these days, it takes a little bit more work. You'll see much better results if you offer something of value in exchange for their email addresses. Okay. Now, when it comes to lead magnets, there's a wealth. Some of you already got lead magnets. You already got lead magnets. You don't know it, but you already have it. If you've done an interview, if you've written a book, and we'll talk about that in a moment. If you've done lives, right, already, if you have worksheets that you put together, there are a wealth of things. So a lead magnet could be anything from along a list of resources, a checklist, a cheat sheet, right, that solves a problem for your ideal. It got to be something that's for your ideal audience, okay? And it helps solve, right, a piece of what it is that they're going through. It helps, right? It's something that helped them move the needle at some point, okay? Help you move the needle. And again, like some of you already have these things, or some things, y'all got stuff laying around. You can repurpose content, right? But our podcasters, if you're a podcaster, listen, you can use a podcast or a podcast series as a lead magnet. You already have that. If you've went somewhere and you trained and you have a video of it, or you done a webinar or what have you can use that as a lead magnet. Like, you already have stuff that you're able to use. Okay, you just got to understand that, oh, this is a lead magnet. Reuse and repurpose things that you already have, but it's something that you know that your audience want, so that they'll be willing to give up the goods, their email address. Okay. In ministry, send them to a sermon, right? Right? Send them to a sermon, send them some worksheets and things of that nature to solve the problem. So here are popular types of lead magnets. Now, I'm going to give you some popular types. What I am going to say to you, you do not have to use them all and don't get overwhelmed. Listen, with this information as well, we're starting at something. And it's not expectation that you operate or you function or you build this thing overnight because it's not an overnight bill. Okay. However, it's not an overnight bill, but you can begin to build pieces and components of it, right? One at a time. One at a time. So, and use what you got. Use what you got. I'm gonna encourage some of you just use what you got, and hey, you can change it out and switch it out later. Okay, especially as you're looking to see what works, what's good in these streets, like what they are taking the bait on, whether they're what's hot out there that you're producing. So here's some popular lead magnets that you can use: quiz or assessment, cheat sheet, checklist, templates, scripts, swipe files, toolkits, resource lists, calendars or planners, spreadsheets, recipes, tutorial, ebook, reports, infographic, video or audio series, email course, slide share, newsletter, webinar, access to a library of information, survey, access to join your Facebook group, free consultation, discount, or a special price. These are a few of the wealth of those, right? And so start with one, right? If you don't have one, neither one of these things that you can do, then just decide on, okay, this is the one. Now, some of these things are going to depend on what it is that you do. So, for instance, the recipe, we know that those are for the cooks, the chefs, right? Or, those moms who have, quick recipes and things of that nature that they can give to moms, or for those people who want to cater to those busy ministries, ministers that's on the go, or what have you, a quick meal, a quick healthy meal, or what have you, and things of that nature. So it's going to depend on, again, how you're showing up to serve and solve a problem, depending on what was going to be the best course for you. Okay, what are going to be the best one for you, but eventually have three. Right, you're going to build up to three. And then you'll also find yourself when you're in that adjustment modification, when you're looking at analytics and things of that nature. Hey, you may say, okay, what, let's try something else. Let's try something else. Let's try something new. Okay, as well. So let's move right along to a high converting opt-in page. An opt-in page focus on a, a single purpose. It got one thing. Listen, one thing in mind, one thing designed to do is for them to opt in, right? To whatever it is you're promoting, to whatever it is on your lead magnet. You just need for them to opt in. It encourages people to take action, and is used to entice people to provide their email address and other contact information in exchange for your free offer, right? Once someone enter in their information, they are added to your email list. And if that email list is segmented, right, they'll go to the segmented portion that you chose to put them in. And your lead magnet can, right? It can be sent through an automatic email that you created. Set it up one time and forget it. Automation is your friend, okay? So there are several key components of a successful opt-in form. So your opt-in form should do the following: give people an incentive to join, be free of distractions, and focus solely on your lead magnet. It should have a simple layout. It should include an obvious CTA or call to action. It should be noticeable within your design, right? Um, and your design should complement your branding. It should complement your brand. That's that brand touch. When we're talking about, that brand touch, people should get the same look and feel, right? If they go to your website, if they got your business card, they got a brochure, they have a flyer, if they get a flyer, if they go to a website or your opt-in form or your event and things of that nature, like it should complement your brand, who you are. And the perfect thing about that is it help build brand identity because we're imprinting the brand within the mind of our audience, right? It should use language that resonates, right, with our ideal client to motivate them to sign up. Our opt-in form should convert or turn visitors to subscribers, right? As many as possible. And one day, right, convert them to whatever your end goal is for them. Is it if it's to become a client, for them to become, a member, for them to get salvation, whatever that is, whatever that looks like for you. Okay. So these are the key components. Let's move along to number 5. So now that people have started joining your email list, you need to nurture the relationship with them so that they can stay on the list. Okay. One of the most important things you can do to achieve this is to be consistent. Remain at the top of your subscribers' mind by providing them with a consistent message, reminding them that, hey, I'm here to serve you whenever you're ready, right? You need to stand out to your target audience by providing high quality, valuable, free content that helps them solve a problem. The content you create should be relevant to your audience and tie to the needs, the wants, the desires of your ideal audience. What is their need and a desire, right? So here are some content ideas that you can use to cultivate relationship. You can send a warm welcome email. You can share a story about your brand, give a list of resources, share favorite blog posts, run competition for a prize. You can reward your emails and your subscribers for a free service or a product or exclusive content. We're going to talk about that a little bit later. I'm going to give some specifics to who do I get? Minister for those that are in ministry, businesses, and then I think and podcasters is what I did. So to nurture your list, focus on sharing your expertise, listen, and giving your audience information that brings forth transformation. And you should choose quantity over. I'm sorry, quality over quantity. Quality. If you could just send a good quality email once a week or once a month, that's what you do. Okay. Instead of sending things that is irrelevant to speak to the need that don't even speak to the needs of those who you're serving. Okay. Because remember there is an end game, there's a client journey that you're going to be taking them on. So we're going to also number 6, let's transition to number 6. Getting getting steady traffic to your opt-in page. Listen, isn't a case of if you build it, they will come. It takes time, effort. I mean, you got to be intentional, right? And follow some key strategies to grow your list, right, of subscribers. To get visitors to your opt in page, you got to think about where your ideal subscribers are hanging out. They hanging out at it like Jesus went to where the people was. Listen, we got to go to where the people are, right? We got to go to where they are. He went to where they are so that they could get the good news. And then once people found out about him, then they started following him. But that was following him because he was going to where the other people were, right? He was going places. And as he went, they followed, they began to follow him, right? And things of that nature as well. So we got to go to where the people are. It's okay to go where they are. So you should know where your that's why it's important to know who your ideal audience are and information about them, getting valuable information about them so that you will know where they hang out. Okay. So let's talk about 5 strategies to drive your opt-in form traffic. Here we go. Get website. They can come from get website viewers, right? They can be added to your list. You can get social media followers or subscribers to join your list. You can get those podcast subscribers to join your list as well. People that you meet offline, you can get them to join your email list as well. You can use content marketing to drive traffic to your opt-in page or form to get people on your list. Also, like when you're doing interviews, having your own podcast, TV show, or radio show, or anything of that nature, when you're going to conferences and all of those things, listen, get people to sign up on your list. Okay? There are a dozen of other tactics you can use, and many of them are free. 99 is free. But you don't have to do all of them. We don't have to do all the things. Start with one, start with something. So that's why I say don't get overwhelmed. Just start with something. You ain't got to do all the things. Grab one thing and run with it, right? That doesn't work. Hey, let's try something else and see what's going to work best for me and my audience, right? As well. Okay. So you can focus on one strategy at a time so you can put forth your best effort to drive traffic consistently. Don't be afraid of a little trial and error. Okay. And listen, you're always able to modify, right? Always able to do that. So listen, take or readjust, realign. You're always, there's always room for that. Leave room for growth and development. Give yourself the grace for that. Okay, give yourself the grace for that. Some of you can just truly incorporate these things and some of the stuff that you already do. You already do. You're just going to add this extra layer of getting people to on your email list. Okay. The most important step is to make sure all your efforts include a small call to action, which is to sign up for your free offer. So take actions consistently to get people signing up, and your email list will begin to grow. Okay, so y'all get ready to go ahead and put your questions that you may have in the Q&A section if you're on the platform. If you're not on the platform, you can put it in the chat. on whatever platform that you are logging in from. Okay, I'm just pulling up one of. Okay, I wanted to make sure that was pulled up. Okay. Oh, 1 moment, you guys. I wanted to check this out and okay, so let's talk about it. Potential email content. This is potential email content, and like I said, I looked at a few specific spaces. So here we go. A ministry. So these are potential email content for those who are in ministry, right? A ministry can use email to effectively engage and nurture their online audience by sharing a variety of content that informs, inspire, and foster community. Okay. And so here is some things that you could, and those in the ministry could provide to their online audience. Okay. So via email. So you can send spiritual content such as devotion, whether you're doing daily, weekly, or monthly, right? With the scripture, reflection, and prayer. Hope y'all got your pen and paper. You can do sermon summary. Okay, you can provide summaries or key points for your from your recent sermon. You can send them Bible study resources. You can share study guides, reading plans, and discussion questions with them. Okay, through your email marketing content. Those are the things that you can do. You can provide the scripture of the day, right? By highlighting a daily Bible verse with a brief commentary or thought directly from yourself, right? But and you get the great thing is that you can determine what you want to send, how often you want to send, so don't get overwhelmed by any of it. These are just some things that you can do to give you some ideas of what you may want to do. Okay. But do something. Grab something and do that, right? You can send church news and updates, event announcements, ministry news, volunteer opportunities, right? Building projects, those type of things that you can send them. You can send community building. Um, you can do community building, such as member spotlighting, featuring someone's testimony, right? That's within the congregation. You can also, hey, prayer requests, share requests, and share requests of prayers that you receive from other people, so the collective can be praying for them and also encourage other people to send in their prayers. Okay, we can have you can send small group information as well. Community activities you can put in there. How about educational components like content? Those things. Theological insight, parenting, and family tips. Now that will go to now in ministry. That's like a great um, list, segmenting your list, and there's different ways to segment your list because hey, in the ministry you have quite a few people with various different dynamics. You have family with children, you got those that are married, those that are single, and things of that nature. And so you can segment your list based on those type of things. All right. So for the marriage people, you making sure you're sending them the marriage stuff, and not for the singles. For the single people stuff, you're sending them the single content that that's not making its way over there to the marriage folks, because the marriage folks they don't need information about what you're giving them to the singles. So it's totally two different conversations that you're having. And for those who have children, listen, they don't want parenting. I mean, who have children, you can send the parenting tips. Those who don't, like, why would you be sending them parenting tips? They got children, right? So that type of stuff. So you can also send educate. We're back. We're still in educational content, marriage enrichment, youth and children ministry updates, things of that nature. You can also send inspirational stories and testimonies, right? Testimonies of individuals, person testimony, any mission trips reports, service highlights, right? You can do resources and recommendations that you can send. Listen, with books and articles that you're recommending, podcasts and videos that you are suggesting or recommending, or your online services, your online sermons and things of that nature. Music and worship, share a playlist or worship songs that people can use for personal and family worship time. Quite a few things. Listen, free yourself. Um, encouragement and feedback, surveys and polls, Q&A sessions, discussion prompts. The list can just go on. Listen, practical information. When is the online service time, right? Or when is service time for the online and in-person audience? Like, when is that? Set Getting them information, any changes that may happen, contact information on who it is that they can reach out to depending on the different needs that they may have. Also, ways to give, right? That type of stuff. How can they give as well? In addition, special campaigns and appeals, right? Your fundraising campaign, right? Those type of things that you may have. You also may have any holiday drive, Thanksgiving drive, right? Christmas drives, those type of things that you may have. You can some example email schedule. You can do what, weekly bulletin, monthly newsletters, right? And things of that nature that you could use. Email marketing for the marketplace. Businesses can use emails to effectively engage their online audience right through promoting their products and services and build a strong relationship with their customer. Here are some ideas for you, those that are in the marketplace. Product announcements and updates, new product launches, products update, pre order notices, things of that nature. Promotion and discounts, sales and discounts that you're having, exclusive offers that you may have just for those that are on your email list. Also, your seasonal promotions. You can email educational content to them as well. How to guides, industry insights, tips, and tricks. Also, you can provide with them customer stories and testimonies. You can send case studies, customer spotlights, user generated content as well. User generated content is really like, oh my God, it's like taking off, but that's a whole nother um, conversation. Okay, so let's stay focused. Woo. So company newsletters and updates. Okay, you can send that information as well. So business milestones, behind the scenes, new team members, things of that nature, engagement and interaction. You can send surveys and feedbacks, polls and quizzes, Q&A session. Hey, content marketing, blog posts, videos, ebooks, white papers, your event announcements, webinars and workshops, trade shows and conferences, in-store events as well, right? And online events that you have personal personalized recommendations, right? As well. Personalized recommendations is real, like product recommendation, wish list reminders, restock alerts. You can do loyalty and reward programs. program. So, loyalty program updates, exclusive loyalty offer, and referral programs. Example of an email schedule could be a weekly newsletter, a monthly educational email, special promotional emails, customer feedback emails, right? And you can determine how these things is if for customer feedback emails is something that you would do quarterly, maybe to get just feedback from the customers, right? Now let's do it for podcasters, and then we're gonna get ready to close this down here. So email for podcasters. Okay, so podcasters are those that broadcast, even those that are in radio as well as TV. Okay, just anyone that's in that media broadcasting space. So for broadcasters, you can send various types of emails to engage your audience, keep them informed, and encourage deeper connections. And here are some ideas: episode announcements, new episode alerts, episode highlights, behind the scene, right? You can give to them, you can do exclusive content to them, bonus episodes, transcripts, extended interviews, news and update. Any podcast news, your personal updates, event announcements, right? Engagement opportunities. You can have them to a listener survey or listener or viewer survey. You can do Q&A sessions. You do polls as well, right? On particular topic that these things can help you even come up with show ideas as well. So, community building. So, how can you build community? Look, you can have listening stories like feedback from those who have been listening or watching you. You can use those. Okay, fun art, creativity. Showcase fun art or other creative work inspired by, listen, your broadcast. Discussion threads. You can create an email thread for discussion for recent episodes or related topics. Okay. Educational content, show notes and resources, tips and tricks, recommendation reads and for the listeners, and or recommended reads or listen, right? And those are books and articles and podcasts and things of that nature that you're recommending for your audience. Then we have promotion and offer, your merchandise, your giveaways, partner promotion, especially those who are affiliate marketers. Okay. Then you have your call to action, reviews and ratings. Listen, you gotta send out something out there. Can you review and rate me? Okay. That's great. Get social media engagement, Patreon or donations. You can use that as well. Personalized messages, birthday wishes, anniversary celebration. Okay, and here are an example email schedule: weekly episode reminders, monthly newsletters, special announcements. Okay, so with that being said, we've been here for are you ready to make growing your email list a priority? Okay. And so, for those who are ready to do that, go ahead and put a one in the chat. Do you see the value? If you see the value in incorporating email marketing into your into your marketing efforts or your efforts for your ministry and your business for growth